Prince of Wales says the past year has been the hardest of his life. Speaking to the media in South Africa, Prince William described both his wife and father being diagnosed with cancer as dreadful.
Tension shook Kensington Palace when Princess Charlotte revealed a family secret that has now changed everything. Amid her mother's health struggles, Charlotte noticed a disturbing shift in her father's behavior. Prince William had suddenly become distant and cold. He also started keeping his beard, which led to a fallout with Charlotte. But no one expected things would get so bad that Prince William would eventually be kicked out of the palace. What secret did she reveal? Join us as we get right into the recent shocking drama behind Kensington Palace's walls. Trouble in Kensington Palace. According to sources close to the royal family, Princess Charlotte has always been a happy and energetic child. She fills the air with her charisma and laughter, but unfortunately, all of that changed recently, thanks to Prince William's misadventures. Palace sources first observed Charlotte's slow and progressive withdrawal from social gatherings. Her presence, which used to lighten the mood, even during tense moments, had suddenly changed. And this confused everyone. No one knew it was all her father's fault. Although Princess Charlotte was just 8 years old, she sensed something was wrong with her father. It all began with her mother, Kate, struggling with a persistent health issue that left her more tired and withdrawn than usual.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful, however, tests after the operation found cancer had been present.
Charlotte noticed everything, from her mother's weak smile to the quiet conversations and the peaceful tension among the staff. When Kate was eventually diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, it weighed Williams down heavily, and in no time, it started affecting the children, until now that Prince William might never be seen in the palace premises again. Before the cancer diagnosis, everyone knew William was the bedrock of the family. He also made a lot of time for Princess Charlotte and her siblings. But with Kate and King Charles diagnosed with cancer at the same time while Harry was away with his wife in the United States, the burden became much for Prince William to deal with. He suddenly became distant and was always occupied, spending long hours visiting Kate and his father at the hospital or attending state functions. But just as Charlotte thought she had seen the worst of her father, something shocking happened. Keep watching to find out. A cold determination replaced the warmth that had once been his trademark, and his face, which had always been clean-shaven, now sported a rugged beard. This unsettled all of his children. They knew Uncle Harry kept his beard, and they had never been comfortable with it, but to now have their dad do the same while their mom was away on cancer treatment made the children very uneasy. William barely noticed the changes in Princess Charlotte. He had enough to worry about. His wife was on cancer treatment, his dad was on cancer treatment, his brother was far from home, and a war was raging in Eastern Europe. All palace functions and care for his father, wife, and the children fell on him. The changes deeply disturbed Charlotte, who couldn't understand why her father looked so different. He reminded her too much of her Uncle Harry, the man she rarely saw but always heard whispers about, and they were whispers that spoke of conflicts, troubles, and family rifts. We are about to make an exciting revelation. You cannot afford to miss this part. One afternoon, Charlotte's curiosity got the better of her. When William returned from another long day, she gathered her courage to ask why he had started growing a beard, noting that he now resembled Uncle Harry. The palace became colder, with the king and Kate away, and a civil war with his daughter was the last thing on Prince William's mind. What happened next would surprise you. Prince William decided to shave off his beard as Charlotte requested. He revealed during an interview in South Africa that he shaved off for 2 reasons. One, he had already had a tough year due to the health crisis rocking the royal family. Charlotte had also been traumatized from the prolonged absence of her mother this year, and he doesn't want any extra burden on her mind. William realized that family is bigger than appearance. It was a profound gesture of love for his daughter. During the same interview after his stay in Cape Town, South Africa, William recalled how her reaction had caught him off guard. Rather than the curiosity or playful amusement he might have expected, Charlotte's emotional response struck a chord, leaving William both surprised and concerned. He could tell that his daughter was upset, but the intensity of her reaction made him realize how deeply she felt about this change. This wasn't the only way Williams proved his exceptional love for Charlotte to the world. What he did earlier will surprise you. The Cape Town Promise. Prince Williams was determined to keep Charlotte happy after the beard episode. In addition to shaving off his beard, he made a solemn promise to her during the visit to South Africa. It started a few days before the journey. As William prepared their stuff for the trip, Charlotte gifted him a handmade, colorful bracelet.
I've been fortunate enough over the years to get to know Africa, and what an amazing continent it is. And I think the breadth of diversity, not only in people, culture, but also landscape, I think really helps.
She calls the bracelet the Papa bracelet, as a token of her love and affection for her dad. William revealed that the bracelet had its roots in a Taylor Swift concert they attended together. The concert was an interesting event for Charlotte, and afterwards, she was inspired to create a bracelet for her father as a memento of the day. As William moved through his duties in Cape Town, the bracelet became a talking point, drawing the attention of the media and press to his journey's personal and emotional side. For William, the bracelet became a tangible reminder of that joyful experience and the promise he made to his daughter, which was to wear it throughout his time in Cape Town and to ensure it stayed safe. This small promise shows William values the little moments with his children, despite his international duties and engagements. William's choice to keep the bracelet visible during his official appearances in Cape Town was a touching decision. It was a conscious act of love, showing that his connection to his daughter remained at the forefront of his mind, no matter how busy his schedule or how important the event was. It was likely a point of pride for Charlotte to see her father's wrist adorned with her creation as he took on engagements and met with dignitaries. Her small gift had traveled halfway across the world, following William to a place where he represented not only the royal family, but also his role as a father. That is not all. The bracelet forms part of the main theme of William's life, combining his duties as a future king with his responsibilities as a parent. In his candid explanation of the bracelet's origins,
decided that she wanted to create a bracelet for, and she gave it to me when I came away. So I promised I'd wear it and try not to lose it while I was out here.
William revealed the softer, more personal side of royal life. It wasn't about duty or protocol, but honoring a promise to his daughter. The bracelet became a metaphor for how William balances his role's expectations with the everyday moments that matter most to his family. While Williams was able to manage the issues with Charlotte, unfortunately, the same cannot be said about all royal family members. The first person that comes to mind when you think about beards and Williams's rocky relationship with the royal family is Prince Harry. We are about to reveal Prince Harry's connection to Prince William's troubles at Kensington Palace, including the beard controversy, and it will shock you. Harry and William's royal rumble. Harry is the major reason Prince William may eventually get kicked out of the royal palace. Their issues started a few years ago when William objected to Harry's decision to move abroad with his wife, Meghan Markle. In the Netflix documentary series Harry and Meghan, Harry mentioned a tense encounter in 2020 that further damaged his relationship with William.
And he had a few issues which were based not on reality.
It happened during a meeting with senior royals, including their father. The royal household presented Harry with the option of total commitment to the royal family or complete withdrawal. Harry chose a middle ground, opting to remain partially involved, but neither William nor their father, King Charles, approved this decision, leading to a heated confrontation. Harry described the experience as frightening. Unfortunately, the family conversation quickly escalated into yet another argument. According to media reports, tensions between William and Harry intensified until their father intervened, raising his hands and saying, "Enough." Standing between his sons and looking up at their flushed faces, King Charles pleaded with them never to make his final years miserable. In their Netflix docuseries, Prince Harry mentioned that his family had difficulty understanding his reasons for leaving the royal family. Although they tried to address the situation at Philip's funeral, their efforts were unsuccessful. The most pressing issue within the royal family now seems to be responsibility. Stay tuned as we reveal more about this unfolding situation. Prince Harry feels that his brother and father are solely responsible for not understanding his reasons for leaving the royal family. He also doubts he will ever receive a sincere apology or see any accountability. Harry added that he and Meghan have moved forward and are concentrating on their future. Are you still wondering how all this could lead to William's expulsion from the royal palace? The truth is that for William, the ongoing dispute could affect his position as the future king. Remember that the British monarchy relies heavily on public perception, and a visible fracture within the family might raise concerns about William's ability to maintain stability as the head of the institution. His role as a unifying figure could be questioned if he is seen as unable to reconcile with his brother. The fact that this family conflict became public and is now reported in media reports and documentaries has started to offset the British public. This followed an initial altercation between them during the burial rites of Queen Elizabeth. According to media reports, King Charles allowed Williams to wear full military regalia, while he denied Harry the same opportunity. William was able to convince their father that Harry was no longer an active member of the royal family and did not deserve the honor of wearing the ceremonial uniform for the burial. Oh, this is where things get more interesting. Little did Prince William know that his children, especially Charlotte, had been following the altercation between him and Harry. Remember the beard issue we mentioned earlier? Reports suggest that Charlotte insisted her dad shave the beard because it made him look like Uncle Harry. This means the fracture in the palace may now be gradually affecting the perception of the children. All these significantly affect Prince William's chances in the palace. If he fails to manage the situation well, he might end up losing his right to the throne. This already happened during the reign of King Charles I. The king had imposed some religious and financial policies that the public found unacceptable. It ended in a brutal civil war and the eventual execution of the king. British society follows developments within the palace with keen's eye. They want to know who the royal heir is and whether they truly deserve to lead the people. Royal historians have sounded warnings that Williams has to get his acts together to find a lasting solution to the raging conflicts in the palace. If you think that is the end of Charlotte's battle with her father, then you are in for a shock. Royal insiders revealed that Prince Williams had started keeping the beard again. When asked about his daughter's concerns, he joked that the second time was a charm. Harry further alleges that William felt tremendous guilt for not speaking up about their father's affair with Camilla, leading to feelings of confusion and torment for William. Harry also accuses Camilla of playing a role in his mother's death, believing she was pivotal in the disintegration of his parents' marriage. He likened his first meeting with Camilla to getting an injection, noting that she seemed bored because Harry, not being the heir, posed no threat to her ambitions. Despite these feelings, Harry acknowledges that his father found happiness after marrying Camilla, and he wanted both his father and Camilla to be happy, even wondering if she was less dangerous when happy. He also mentions that Camilla turned his bedroom at Clarence's house into her dressing room as soon as he left. Harry discusses his father's difficult experience at Gordonstown, where Charles was bullied and almost did not survive, and mentions his father's attachment to a teddy bear, a symbol of the loneliness of Charles's childhood. In the book, Harry reveals that his role as William's best man during the 2011 wedding was not entirely accurate, as James Mead and Thomas Van Straubenzee gave the wedding reception speech. Harry felt this was the right decision, as he feared he might say something inappropriate. He also humorously recounts that he had a frostbitten todger at the wedding, a result of his trip to the North Pole, and was advised to apply Elizabeth Arden cream, which reminded him of his mother. Harry also alleges that William was tipsy on rum just hours before his wedding. He recalls that after breaking up with Chelsea Davy, he briefly dated Caroline Flack, but press intrusion quickly tainted their relationship. Additionally, he denies rumors of a relationship with Cameron Diaz, highlighting that while Britons are among the most literate people, they are also highly credulous when it comes to believing tabloid stories. Harry shares some personal and candid moments leading up to his relationship with Meghan Markle. On the day of their first date, He recalls being out at sea for a racing competition on a boat with no toilet, which led to him wetting his pants. He also admits to regretting searching for Meghan's sex scenes on Suits.
In his new memoir, Spare, the Duke of Essex admits that he once looked up Markle's sex scenes from the USA show Suits, and that he now regrets doing it, writing that he needs, quote, electric shock therapy to get the scenes out of his head.
Harry confesses that during a confrontation with Meghan, he became disproportionately, sloppily angry, which prompted Meghan to tell him she wouldn't tolerate such behavior and suggested he needed therapy. Harry mentions that his brother William urged him to take a closer look at his relationship with Meghan, believing it was moving too fast. However, Harry felt that their mother had played a role in helping him find Meghan. He also writes about Meghan being asked by Queen Elizabeth II to select a tiara from her private collection for the wedding. However, the Queen's dresser, Angela Kelly, initially refused to lend them the tiara, citing the need for an ordnance and police escort to take it out of the palace. After several attempts to contact Kelly, she eventually handed over the tiara, but with what Harry perceived as a clear warning in her eyes. There was also a disagreement between Meghan and Catherine over flower girl dresses, with Catherine expressing concern that her daughter Charlotte's dress needed to be completely remade just 4 days before the wedding. Harry recalls that Catherine texted Meghan, saying Charlotte cried when she tried on the dress because it was too big, long, and baggy.
Meghan's sister-in-law, Kate Middleton, was upset at a pre-wedding fitting for her daughter, Princess Charlotte.
Meghan, who took a day to respond, reminded Catherine that she was dealing with her ill father, who wasn't going to attend the wedding. Although Catherine agreed to take Charlotte to Meghan's tailor, Harry says he found Meghan sobbing on the floor when he got home. However, he adds that Catherine meant no harm and visited the next day with flowers and a card to make amends. Harry also touches on a conversation about the wedding rehearsal, where Meghan allegedly told Catherine, who had recently given birth, that she might be suffering from baby brain because of her hormones, as Catherine had forgotten a detail about the rehearsal timing. Harry recounts an apology from Meghan during a reconciliatory tea at Kensington Palace in June 2018. He also blames his father and stepmother's household for leaking the story about Meghan and Catherine's argument to the press. Harry shares 2 signs he saw before learning he was going to be a father. First, Meghan sang to a group of seals, which he claimed sang back. Second, Meghan took 2 at-home pregnancy tests and placed them on his bedside table. Harry reflected, "Let's see what Mummy can do with this situation." When they confirmed the pregnancy, he thanked Selkies and Mummy. The couple announced their pregnancy to the family on the day of Princess Eugenie's wedding in October 2018. Harry describes using a canister of laughing gas to stay calm during Meghan's birth. He also recounts Meghan's miscarriage in 2020.
So, of course, we are all now talking about the fact that she has revealed that she had a miscarriage in July.
They left the hospital with their unborn child in a tiny package, and Harry buried the child in a secret place under a banyan tree. The memoir details a confrontation between Harry and William at Nottingham Cottage in 2019. William, who visited to discuss their strained relationship, reportedly criticized Meghan as difficult, rude, and abrasive. Harry dismissed these comments as repeating press narratives about Meghan. During their argument, William allegedly grabbed Harry by the collar, ripping his necklace and knocking him to the floor, landing on a dog bowl that broke and cut him. Harry chose not to retaliate, and William later looked regretful and apologized. Harry called his therapist, and Meghan was deeply saddened by the incident. In his book, Harry reveals that his father, Charles, questioned whether Meghan wanted to continue her acting career since they did not have much money. Charles supported the couple until their departure from the UK, but feared Meghan's popularity might overshadow him. Harry also claims that Charles and Camilla were uncomfortable with William and Catherine receiving too much publicity. Harry expresses surprise at losing his state-funded security after stepping back from royal duties, especially since his uncle Andrew, who faced serious allegations, retained his security. He criticizes the Sandringham Summit, calling it a fix by royal household officials he nicknames the Bee, the Wasp, and the Fly, who he says used Machiavellian tactics to consolidate power. Harry recounts a tense meeting with Charles and William after Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021. Charles pleaded, "Please, boys, "Don't make my final years a misery." Harry describes William as his dear brother and arch-nemesis, and notes his brother's noticeable baldness and fading resemblance to their mother. During a walk, William questioned why Harry hadn't raised his concerns within the institution sooner, and suggested he take his complaints about the Megxit agreement to the Queen.
The British royals have had their pick of lavish palaces and castles to call home, but now Prince William and his family are leaving their London mansion for a more rural cottage.
In a statement today, the royal family confirmed that Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis will attend a private school nearby in Berkshire.
In a very shocking deviation from centuries-old British royal tradition, Prince William has moved Princess Charlotte from Buckingham Palace.
Princess Charlotte is growing up so fast. The only daughter of Prince William and Kate Middleton.
While royal observers struggle to understand why, William and Kate have just explained the true reason behind Charlotte's relocation from the palace. What did the Prince and Princess of Wales say? And what does it mean for the British crown? Join us as we explain the unbelievable reason behind Prince William moving Princess Charlotte from Buckingham Palace, subjecting the princess to saying goodbye to the place she has always called home. Princess Charlotte leaves Buckingham Palace. The move by Prince William and Kate Middleton to relocate their family from Buckingham Palace to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor.
Tonight, Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton are getting set to move their family from Kensington Palace to a cottage on the Queen's Windsor estate outside London.
Came as a surprise to many, including Princess Charlotte. According to palace sources, the relocation provided Princess Charlotte with a more private and stable environment, especially as she and Prince George began attending Lambrook School. But the move was also connected to family legacy and personal reasons.
For the Cambridge family, all three children are attending the same school. It's the first day of school today at Lambrook School near Ascot.
According to royal author Robert Jobson, the relocation was not merely about seeking a quieter environment. It also represented an emotional connection to Queen Elizabeth II. Her first movement happened following the passing away of Prince Philip in 2021. William felt a strong desire to be closer to his grandmother, who was also grieving at the period. The family decided Windsor was the perfect setting for them to be closer to the Queen. Thus, the decision to move was strategic and deeply personal, demonstrating William's family's commitment to their children's well-being and emotional bonds with the royal family. What he did next to support Queen Elizabeth in public, we bet you won't see coming, so keep watching. Prince William realized that moving together could offer his grandmother comfort and practical support during a time of transition for the monarchy. With Kate's support, they took the chance to be nearer to Windsor Castle, allowing their family to become part of the Queen's daily life. William and Kate offered solace in simple yet meaningful ways through frequent visits, shared meals, and regular phone calls. The move was designed to allow Queen Elizabeth regular and uninterrupted interactions with William, Kate, and her great-grandchildren, especially Charlotte, in whom the Queen had developed a special interest. Royal watchers believe that the presence of the young princess reminded her of the future. When Queen Elizabeth II eventually passed away peacefully at Balmoral Castle,
that the Royal Palace has just informed Great Britain's Queen Elizabeth II has died today at her summer home in Balmoral, Scotland. She was 96 years old.
Charlotte was the only grandchild who had spent the most precious time with her in her final months. Are you wondering how Charlotte became the Queen's favorite grandchild? To understand the story, we must mention some events surrounding Charlotte's journey into the royal family. Charlotte's interesting story began with her birth on the 2nd of May, 2015. Queen Elizabeth II instantly picked a special interest in her for reasons best known to her. For instance, she celebrated the arrival of this young princess by lighting up the London landmarks in pink and ordering a gun salute in her honor. Days later, her name was announced, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, a tribute to her grandfather Charles, great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth, and late-grandmother Princess Diana. A few weeks later, on July 5th, Princess Charlotte's christening took place at the prestigious St. Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, officiated her christening. The church used water from the River Jordan, symbolizing purity and a connection to her royal lineage. This was more than just a ceremony. It was a formal induction into a centuries-old royal legacy. To everyone's amazement, her christening gown was a replica of one made for Queen Victoria's eldest daughter. Thanks to the Perth Agreement, Princess Charlotte made history as the first female royal to maintain her position in the line of succession above a younger brother. But that is not the most interesting thing about her. Her fashion and style choices will blow your mind. Charlotte's fashion and interests. Princess Kate and Princess Charlotte have won the hearts of the British people with their close bond and coordinated fashion styles.
Princess Charlotte, the latest fashion icon? One Spanish dressmaker thinks so. Margarita Pato is swamped with orders from around the world for her design, after the Duchess of Cambridge photographed her daughter wearing the M&H dress.
This spectacular mother-daughter duo have placed the royal family in a special spotlight. Their fashion collaboration began shortly after Charlotte's birth. Royal watchers will always remember their 2017 matching pink outfits at the Trooping the Color. The outfits set the stage for their future appearances. Over the years, they've continued this trend, wearing similar outfits at events like the Royal Carols concert in 2022 and the 2023 Easter Sunday service. Even during King Charles III's coronation, the pair wore matching accessories. It was a subtle but powerful show of their connection. Unsurprisingly, Charlotte's style choices continue to attract public interest. Princess Charlotte has already become a style influencer at 9, significantly impacting the fashion world. Her every outfit sparks public interest, leading to eager searches for the brands behind her stylish choices. If you found their matching outfits interesting, then Charlotte's influence on British buyers will surprise you. When Princess Charlotte's 6th birthday portrait was released,
let's get into it. Big pop start on a Monday morning. We're going to start with Princess Charlotte. The young royal celebrated her 6th birthday over the weekend, and to mark the occasion, the family released this new photo of the little princess.
Her floral dress from Rachel Riley sold out within 12 hours, setting a new record for the brand. This Charlotte effect demonstrates the public's admiration for the young princess. When she steps out in a particular outfit, it can catapult the brand into the limelight and drive sales to unprecedented heights. A prime example occurred in 2019, when 4-year-old Princess Charlotte captured hearts with her adorable Christmas look. On her way to a family lunch at Buckingham Palace, she wore La London's Nutcracker dress, a charming piece featuring a festive navy and burgundy tartan pattern, a classic Peter Pan collar, and delicate mother-of-pearl buttons. The dress perfectly embodied holiday elegance. As soon as photos of Charlotte in the dress surfaced, parents rushed to purchase it, and sales skyrocketed. Sophie Fellows, Growth and Socials Manager at La London, described the overwhelming demand that follows whenever Princess Charlotte wears their clothing. As soon as she's seen wearing one of our pieces, it becomes a bestseller, Sophie explained. La London witnesses a surge in website traffic, with loyal fans and new customers flocking to get a piece of Charlotte's chic style. Many items sell out within hours, and the demand remains strong even years later. Parents still ask La London to return the Nutcracker dress 5 years after that Christmas outing. For many, dressing their children in a similar style as the princess is a meaningful way to share in her elegance. The Charlotte effect has become a lasting force, allowing La London to share their quality designs with families worldwide. The brand will always remember the magic that Charlotte brings to their business. Beyond fashion, the royal family also influences cultural trends. Princess Kate has musical talents and instilled a love of music in her children. With a grade 3 in piano,
Princess Charlotte's christening, the royal family leaving the church there on the Sandringham estate. Hundreds of well-wishers have turned out today.
Having her close family around, like her grandparents, King Charles III, back when he was Prince Charles, and Carol and Michael Middleton, really added to the specialness of the day. The media and everyone else have been very interested in Princess Charlotte's life right from her birth and christening, and that curiosity hasn't faded. From her earliest days, she stole the spotlight, winning over fans with every little moment she shared. Her parents have always been super mindful about keeping her and her siblings away from the crazy media spotlight, making sure they can enjoy a pretty normal childhood, even with their royal background. Whenever the family went to official royal events or public outings, Charlotte's delightful charm and vibrant personality shone through. Even as a little kid, Princess Charlotte already made her mark in history. She's the first British princess to outrank her younger brother in the line of succession, thanks to some changes in the laws. This makes her a real symbol of modernity for the monarchy. Prince Louis came along in 2018, but Princess Charlotte still holds her spot as third in line for the British throne, right after her dad and big brother George. Over the years, Charlotte has been in the spotlight, but her childhood was all about love, family, and those cherished traditions. Princess Charlotte's arrival kicked off a fresh chapter for the royal family, and her early years were packed with adorable moments that everyone was excited to watch unfold. These days, she's still a cherished part of the British royal family, showcasing the grace, charm, and strength that have always been a hallmark of her lineage. Let's look at Charlotte's fashion sense next. Princess Charlotte's fashion sense. From the beginning, Princess Charlotte has captured the hearts of millions with her natural charm and style. As the fourth in line to the British throne when she was born, Charlotte was immediately thrust into the spotlight, and it didn't take long for her to become a household name. While many are drawn to her royal status, others can't help but notice her incredible fashion sense, even as a toddler. Charlotte's early years were filled with public appearances that gave the world a glimpse into her life, and her outfits never failed to impress.
Princess Charlotte, the latest fashion icon? One Spanish dressmaker thinks so. Margarita Pato is swamped with orders from around the world for her design, after the Duchess of Cambridge photographed her daughter wearing the M&H dress.
Whether attending a family event, a royal engagement, or just being out and about with her parents, her attire always seemed to steal the show. In fact, it's safe to say that the Charlotte effect quickly became a thing. Designers and brands noticed that anything she wore would sell out almost immediately after she was photographed in it. From her adorable little coats to her elegant dresses, everything seemed to be in high demand. One of Charlotte's most iconic early outfits came during her appearance at her brother Prince Louis's christening in 2018. Dressed in a simple yet beautifully tailored blue dress with matching shoes, she stole the show. It was the perfect blend of classic royal fashion with a touch of childhood whimsy. And it wasn't just about the clothes. Her adorable wave to the crowd showed off her budding confidence and charm. That day, many people realized that this little princess had a unique presence. Charlotte's wardrobe choices often reflect traditional British styles, paying homage to classic children's fashion. Floral prints, Peter Pan collars, and knit cardigans have become signature looks for her. She's been seen sporting everything from pretty dresses to smart little blazers, always with a polished, age-appropriate touch. Her clothing choices might be simple, but they're carefully curated to make a statement. Even at a young age, she's already setting trends and influencing children's fashion worldwide. Beyond her dresses and coats, Charlotte has a keen eye for accessories too. She's been seen wearing stylish headbands, bows, and hats that complement her outfits perfectly. One of her most talked about accessories is a little pink backpack she was spotted with on her first day of school.
Princess Charlotte sported a lovely pink and red outfit today for her first day of nursery school. She's the 2-year-old daughter, of course, of Prince William and his wife, Kate Middleton.
This cute yet functional piece became an instant hit with parents and children alike, leading to a surge in sales for similar backpacks. Jewelry has also become part of Charlotte's growing fashion repertoire. Her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, gifted her a diamond-studded horseshoe brooch, symbolizing the Queen's love for horses and a nod to the royal family's long-standing passion for equestrian activities.